Is lifestyle stress making Generation Z look older than the Millennials? Welcome to the Fact Check channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Generation Z lands in an interesting situation, given that a lot of us have millennial family members/friends. In result, our maturation could have progressed much quicker, yet I wonder if Generation Z has matured in many wrong ways. For example, a large portion of teenagers begin smoking and drinking before they enter high school. Obviously, these behaviors are not the moral standards of growing adolescents. Kids these days don't get to be kids anymore, say the adults who remember a childhood free from the rules, oversight and digital pressures today's young people navigate. In some ways, it may be true. The average parent allows their child a smartphone at age 10, opening up a world inaccessible to previous generations, with unlimited access to news, social media and other privileges previously reserved for adults, forcing them into emotional maturity before they reach adulthood. Scientists believe that modern childhood ends at the age of 12. A survey proves it, too, as many parents feel that their children are no longer childlike by that age. The new generation is being put under pressure to grow up faster. This means that girls at 10 years old are worrying more about their weight and makeup, and boys are being pushed into macho behavior. Personal care products. In recent years, the chemical industry has reached a new level of development, and this progress has made our lives easier. But many cosmetics and personal care products contain elements that can negatively affect our bodies. According to research, some chemicals mimic estrogen and may speed up puberty. The main culprits are elements that are used as preservatives in cosmetics, scented products, and personal care products. Children exposed to these chemicals before birth may hit puberty earlier. Growing kids may also be especially vulnerable, as they're exposed to such everyday care products. Children's media use and possible concerns. Numerous harmful issues have been associated with children's media use. These includes children's eye health. As parents are spending more time using digital media, so are their children, and the children might be suffering from the side effects of overuse, like their parents. This includes digital eye strain, red, dry or irritated eyes, blurred vision, or eye fatigue, back, neck and shoulder pain, and headaches. Excessive exposure to the use of smartphones at an early age can also trigger poor eyesight for kids. Brain development. Our brains are designed to be effective when a socially interactive environment stimulates curiosity and exploration. Because it is possible that excessive childhood involvement with digital media limits children's social interaction, this could hinder children's brain development and have negative effects on their overall development. Sleep problems. Studies have started showing an association of media use with sleep problems in preschool-aged. Nutrition. A high-fat diet in childhood can lead to early puberty. The culture of nutrition in modern kids leaves much to be desired. Fast food is typically high in sugar, salt, and saturated or trans fats. This, in turn, leads to obesity. Recent studies show that childhood obesity and precocious puberty are inseparable. Children with poor eating habits don't get the amounts of nutrients they need for healthy growth and development. This can lead to being underweight or overweight. Children who are poorly nourished tend to have weaker immune systems, which increases their chances of illness. They are more likely to develop certain long-term health problems. In general, the effect of a high-fat diet is mainly to cause aging of the skin by causing skin oxidative stress to produce inflammatory damage. Digital technology. In the 21st century, babies to school-age children are digital consumers, often using TV, computers, gaming systems, even smartphones and tablets. From the time they can grasp an object in their hands, children begin to play with their parents' smartphones or tablets. One can find more than 40,000 YouTube video uploads about infants or toddlers playing with such devices. The new generation consumes vast amounts of information every day through social media. Modern influencers, music, fashion, and media culture force kids to grow up faster. For this reason, Children start worrying about their appearance and weight at an early age. This internet-savvy, technologically literate generation has been shaped to multitask. They move quickly from one task to another, often placing more value on speed than accuracy. They have only known a wireless, hyperlinked, user-generated world where they are only ever a few clicks away from any piece of knowledge. The world is an open book to Gen Z. Climate change. Scientists are starting to see the connection between early puberty, mass pollution, and sedentary lifestyles, which is the result of climate change. A harsher climate can cause children to spend much more time inside instead of being active outside. That lifestyle reduces the amount of melatonin, which then triggers the body to move into puberty. Children are spending less time outdoors. Nowadays, kids spend much more time inside, mostly thanks to technology. The internet became a research area for them instead of active free play. Isolation and lack of active free play contribute to increased levels of stress. Stress in early childhood leads to faster maturation of certain brain regions during adolescence. Life expectancy. Today's learners are the world's first 21st century learners and, by virtue of their position in history, are privy to many beneficial lifestyle conditions. Today's younger generations have the lowest infant mortality rate ever, at just 5 deaths per 1,000 babies, 2 to 3 times less than in 1974. They also have a greater life expectancy, with census statistics showing that newborn Australian males and females are likely to live even longer. Learning environment. In an era of information overload, messages have increasingly become image-based, and signs, logos and brands communicate across the language barriers with color and picture rather than words and phrases. Our analysis of learning styles has shown the dominance in the visual and hands-on learning styles above that which traditionally dominated the classroom. The auditory delivery format, effective engagement in learning environments have moved from verbal to visual, from sit and listen to try and see, from curriculum-centered to learner-centric. While in the past the teacher used to be the source of the knowledge, today's technology access means students have access to any piece of information within a few clicks of a button, so the role of the teacher has changed from a traditional teacher model to a facilitator of the learning. The focus has shifted from content, what, to process, how, and from closed-book exams to an open-book world. Learning styles. For the digital integrator, technology has blurred the lines of work and social, of study and entertainment, of private and public. Simplicity and flexibility amidst the complexity of busy lives are some of the key benefits that technology brings the digital integrator. They live in an open book environment just a few clicks away from any information, they connect in a borderless world, across countries and cultures, and they communicate in a post-literate community where texts and tweets are brief, and where visuals and videos get the most cut through. With online learning and flexible delivery, student centricity, where the teaching and learning is designed to accommodate the needs of the student, is critical. Traditionally, the learning took place in the classroom and the practice and application took place through homework. However, in the 21st century the content can be accessed through technology anywhere, and often in very visual, engaging forms. However, discussion and application of the content is critical, and this requires an expert facilitator, the teacher. Thus the flipping of education, where the learning takes place outside the classroom, but the essential engagement and practice is still conducted at school. The problem is not that today's learners are illiterate. They are writing more emails, and sending more text messages, just in ways different to previous generations. Education. The average young person is spending more years in formal education than ever before, with tertiary education rates similarly increasing. For today's students, education is no longer life stage dependent, at the start of life, before the career commences, but a lifelong reality. Not only have students changed, but also their schools, with a shift from a teacher-centered to learner-adaptive, from content-driven to engagement-focused, and from formal delivery to more interactive environments. Flexibility is the buzzword in employment today, and the workers of the future, Generation Z, are starting young. What early maturing means for our society. In today's world of up-aging, adolescence begins earlier. Indeed, today's tweens aged 8 to 12 are as brand-savvy, fashion-aware and peer-influenced as yesterday's teenagers. The often age-inappropriate information to which young people are exposed is one factor contributing to this phenomenon. With adolescence commencing earlier, young people are pushing for independence, are peer-focused, and are engaging in risk-taking behaviors from a younger age and to greater excess. Early puberty may increase the risk of problematic behavior in young adolescents. The risk might be related to friendships because those who mature early appear to be more vulnerable to peer influences than non-early maturers. But parents might be able to step in and prevent such problems. Thank you for watching.